Hi everybody. So I am really excited about this training actually today because for me this really changed my entire perspective around my business and what I was doing, and it actually created massive success in the 2 months after I went to UPW. So a lot of these techniques that I'm teaching you I'm going to be doing with you, so this is going to be activities I learned through going to UPW and learning them off Tony Robbins. He is incredible for really pushing you out of your comfort zone and getting past all your limiting beliefs and standing in your power, changing your state and standing in your power and attracting to you what it is that you really want. So I'm going to be going through these with you, and so you'll be doing some work. So don't expect to be just sitting there listening to me and watching me talk. You're going to actually be doing something as well. So because otherwise we're not going to get anywhere. You guys are on this because you're either a leader already or there is massive potential for you to be a leader. And so you've been specifically chosen for this. You guys are amazing and I see you doing the work, but there, for some reason something's holding you back. So this will be incredible for you, and hopefully business changing, life changing. So I'm just going to tell you a little story, first of all, about something that I've been through. Well, I've just since yesterday really. So I seem to be getting, every now and then I get a UTI, and I'm perfectly healthy, physically I'm healthy. Can you guys hear me? Because you all went frozen for a minute. Am I cutting out?
Yeah, no, you're cutting
out. Okay, okay. So yeah, I'm totally healthy, you know, juice plus girl every day, and last UTI I got was about 2 months ago, and I went away from there after talking to the doctor, and she said, oh, you know, some people are more susceptible to it, and you can try cranberry juice and all this kind of stuff. So I loaded myself up with my cranberry tablets and cranberry tea, and because, you know, cranberry juice is just full of sugar, so I'm not drinking that stuff. And so I take these every day. And blow me down, yesterday I get another bloody UTI, and I have no idea why I'm getting them, because physically there's no reason why, except for the fact that I have a healthy sex life, which is apparently normal for UTIs, but anyway, we won't go there. There should be no other reason for it. So for me, I have realised two things. One is that it's a self-sabotaging technique. So I get to a certain success level and then my brain's going, oh shit, you actually, for some reason, you don't deserve this success, or there's some belief there that stops me from getting that success. And so I self-sabotage, and I do that either through physical health or through creating incidences in my life that stop me from getting that success. The other thing is that there is a limiting belief behind it. So I really discovered that when I don't have pain, because, okay, you guys know my health story, you know that I've had chronic bladder pain for years until I started on these products, right? And so interstitial cystitis is like having a UTI every single day. The pain is always there, it never goes away. And when the pain went away, I was like, I couldn't believe it. And so every time now I don't have the pain, I'm like, this can't be real, there must be some pain coming sometime soon.
That's Tanya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should mute everyone else, because I think Sin's.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get my ladder on.
Oh, you're typing, honey.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I've muted you all. Great, thanks, Maxine. Yeah, so so that shows me clearly that our limiting beliefs are definitely controlling us and controlling what it is that we want. And they're all subconscious. So I'm going to be working through a few things with you today. One of the first things that we're going to do, so when you're finished, just you can unmute yourselves, guys, when you're finished, because it would be really good to get some feedback around this as well from you guys. Yeah, so first things that we're going to work through is we're going to work through some limiting beliefs. So I want you right now to think about, we're going to find 3 limiting beliefs that you have that really stop you in your life. So really create some kind of block. So they could be anything. They don't have to be around the business, but they could be anything in your life that really stop you in your tracks, and really you feel like every time something comes up, every time you try and do something, you're stopped for some reason. Think about those and write them down. So write them down as you feel them. So when you're stopped in your tracks for some reason, when you're doing an activity and you freeze, you get in fear, what is the thoughts that are going through your head? That is what your limiting belief is. So, and I'm going to unmute you all, because when you've written them down, please, if you want to share, please share, because it will really help everyone else here as well. And I'm happy to share mine. So when I was doing UPW, I had a really big one for me was that success is hard work. And the only way I was ever going to succeed was through hard work. That it doesn't come easy, that success doesn't come easy. And that was massive for me, because I'd grown up with that. I'd had that since I was a small child. My father used to say it all the time, and I used to see it in my parents. They worked so bloody hard to make any money or to do anything in their life, and every time they would lose it. And so I had this. And so think about things like that in your life too. So is there a pattern there? Is there something that you've had since childhood that you watched your parents do that has impacted on that limiting belief? Okay, I'm just going to mute you, Sim. Love you, darling, but yeah, we don't want to hear your typing. So if you want to share, please share, and let me know when you have three limiting beliefs at least, and they can be in different areas. You're finished, Maxine?
No, I'm just thinking how to word the big one that I've been working on just now.
Okay. Do you want to share that, and we could probably help you word it?
Yeah, so the thing that I talked to you about is that for my whole life, my sister has always been jealous of me and always feels like I got everything, handed to me on a plate, and she's had to struggle for everything. So that's created a real limiting belief in me that I have to kind of apologise for everything that I have, and that I didn't really earn it, and so I'm just trying to think how to sort of encapsulate that, really.
I don't deserve success. I'm not worthy of success.
Well, that somehow I'm sort of I don't care about the suffering of others if I succeed, or it's something like that,
You don't care about the suffering of others if you succeed. Well, that's perfect. If that's how you feel, if that's the crux of it, then that's your limiting belief. Yeah. Does that fit with you?
Just trying to think.
Because the thing is, there may be more than one attached to the same experiences.
Yeah, it's complicated because I'm trying to tease out what I've been told by this person and what I actually believe, how much of it I really believe.
Yeah.
Maxine, can you share what was said to you? Just give us a couple words.
So my sister, who's had lots of kind of pretty much mental health problems all her life. She's got a massive poverty mentality. She's got a lot of fear. So she say things to me like, because I've got a really supportive partner that financially supported us all when children were growing up, and still does for the most part. I said once, even recently, once I said, I'm, the only reason I sort of took on this big problem that we've got is because I've got a supportive partner. And then she said, oh, well, I thought that was really insensitive of you to say that because I don't have a supportive partner. So she turned me being grateful about something that I did in my life to somehow being really insensitive towards her because she didn't have it. So I've had that all my life in every imaginable way.
Yeah, so that's definitely impacted on you psychologically, right? So you've taken that in and you've taken that upon that responsibility upon yourself. So there could be a number of, or one or two limiting beliefs around that. So if you find one, then write that down, and then you may find another one that's around the same thing. So don't worry about framing it to be perfect. What comes to you straight away is the right one for you. So write whatever down that comes to you, even if they're completely different, write those down. And it doesn't matter what, because really why we develop these limiting beliefs is because it's from what other people have said to us or the experiences that we have seen in our life by watching people that are close to us. So whatever all that stuff that your sister has told you all these years has impacted on you, and it's just developed those beliefs within you. So anyone else having difficulty finding them? Yeah, Sim, unmute yourself, honey.
I didn't have any difficulty finding them, and I completely resonate with what you're talking about there, Maxine. Absolutely, Nate. I cannot tell you. So when I thought about it, that broke down as upsetting others and feeling like I'm over boundaries is a huge one for me. I often won't do things because I get a feeling that somebody else feels put down or less if I succeed. Very situation. So I try not to succeed too much because I don't like the way that other people feel. I don't like upsetting others, and I don't like overstepping my boundaries. So I'd rather not go there at all. I'd rather just clear it and pretend I'm not doing that because it might have that effect. My second one, so that was number one. My second. How
did you word that one, son? Sorry, how did you word that one, honey?
I said upsetting others or overstepping boundaries.
Okay, great.
My second one said, this is exactly how I wrote it, that I will be as a know-it-all or as if I am full of myself. Those are sentences that have been spelled times. And then number three, beginners have easy because I feel others don't see the hard work I do. They only really see the benefits, and they think very similar things like, oh no, you just got that handed on your plate. Oh yeah, well everything's easy for you because you're a mum at home, you've got all the time in the world, all these sorts of things. I find them really, really limiting. Yeah.
So what was it? Who's got it easier than you?
No. People have perceived that I've got it easy.
Okay.
Because the hard work that I do.
Yeah.
So I came up with my success makes others feel inadequate.
Great.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like you, I don't want to make others feel bad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Great work, girls. What about you, Moni and Kieran? You having difficulty with wording?
Go ahead.
I've got three. I'm not sure. Okay, the first one is, this is too much for me. I can only manage so much.
Yep.
The next one is, I'm invisible, powerless in my life.
Wow.
And the third one is, I can't manage money, which I think is crazy because I've been a solo mum and on the benefit for years and managed quite well.
That is nuts what we've told ourselves for years, isn't it? That second one is incredibly powerful. That is a massive one for you to hold yourself back, Moni.
Yeah, that made me kind of brought tears to my eyes, actually.
Yeah, that's incredibly powerful. No wonder you're struggling. We're going to change that. We're going to change that. How about you, Kieran?
I got a long list. Top 3, I have I do not deserve success. I am not good enough. I'm a second-class citizen. And I'm too dumb to learn new things.
Oh, honey. Oh, that's so not true.
I know. Well, it goes way back.
Oh, you're making me cry too.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good.
I think we should all get the tissues out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucks, doesn't it? Honestly.
Oh, yeah, man. But that's why we're here, because we've got to learn to get through them.
That's right. We
I
pass them.
wondered if you had a similar, if you had this one, Moni. I've got one of mine as I'm old, and this is easier for young people. If I was young and sexy, this would be real easy.
Yeah, because you've got that real thing. You've got that real thing with Anne and Sophie, how they're young and beautiful. Maxine? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How do I find my role, you know, as someone who's old and, you know, doesn't look like a catwalk model? How do you do that?
You always look so beautiful, Maxine.
You do. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we all do. It's all, I don't know, it's all crap. It's all bullshit, but it's really quite strong. Yeah.
It made me cry.
Sorry.
I know, Kieran. So have you got more there, honey? You said you've got a long list. Have you got more?
Oh, I gave. Who wants to bloody delve into those forever? So
no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So if you've got more than 3, then great. You can still work on those.
Yeah, I just gave you the top initial 3 that came through. Because obviously we are a work in progress. So yeah, I'll start with those, and then whatever comes up, I'll work through those.
Yeah, they're massive. So this is just the beginning. You're right, Kieran. So anything, you'll find that they'll just keep coming up. It's like onion skins, isn't it? They will just keep coming up for you, and you'll have the tools now to be able to work through them. So what I want you to do now is I want you to look at those limiting beliefs, and I want you to write them in a way, so change the way they're written, write them in a way that is inspiring, that is powerful, that makes you feel really good, really successful, really excited, whatever it is, write them, get rid of all that negative stuff around it. You don't want to limit yourself anymore. You want to make it as big as you can. And if you need help, just sing out.
Are we allowed to use the universe?
What's that, Moni?
Are we allowed to use the universe?
You can use any words you want that empower you, honey. This is your belief now. This is your new belief that you're going to be using instead of these old ones to change it.
Yeah, we're probably not going to diagnose other people, but I would say, Moni, one of yours is that you have to ask for permission for things. Would you say that was true?
Yes, very much.
But yeah, that's pretty much anyone who's been to school, probably, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a
I
big
was
one.
thinking,
Drummed in from an early age that you have to ask permission, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I went through that stuff with my sister.
I realised that my mother has 7 children, which she can just say, I want such and such done, and people go and do it. And I raised Oliver very differently.
Mm.
And it's like I realised that the way that it was done in my family of origin is that you did have to ask permission to do stuff, because if it didn't fit in with what was happening that day, then it couldn't happen. But it's, okay, back to it.
Yeah, you could keep working on so many beliefs, they could just keep coming up constantly for you. Excuse me while I make myself another cup of cranberry tea. Right, who's done? What's happened to Roy Marder, I wonder?
I don't know. Well, her washing machine was overflowing. Something else was happening. That's why I was texting.
That's all right. Well, at least we're recording.
To reload Zoom because it's a new phone and it wasn't loaded in and but I'm recording.
That's all right. Love to hear these new and empowering beliefs.
Oh, it's a marvellous thing to do. I'm loving it. It's
Isn't
so
it? And doesn't it make you feel, honestly, after I did mine, I felt so much more empowered.
Yeah. It's funny though, because I've got this kind of that feeling in my stomach, that anxiety, that clench of anxiety as I'm doing it. You know, like there's still that little, who are you to be, you know, writing these things down, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you are.
Yeah.
I think I've reworded it.
Yeah, okay. Give it to us.
So I've changed upsetting others and overstepping boundaries to I have a deep compassion for others and an awareness of the importance for individual space and ownership.
Yay.
Great.
Wow.
Number 2 was that I will be seen as a know-it-all or as full of myself. I have changed that to I am confident and sure in the knowledge and understandings that I do have and that I am learning.
Great.
Wow.
That is the other thing is, so your first limiting belief, you talked about how your perception of how others see you. So how do you want others to see you?
Number 3 was or that others don't my hard work, and so I've changed that to I don't need the acknowledgement or approval of others around my efforts, achievements, or triumphs.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's what I've been learning, that underneath all of this bullshit is the need for approval.
The other thing, the other thing is too, you can say, I give myself permission, or I do what feels right to me, rather than getting that approval thing in there, taking that word out entirely. so that you're telling yourself you're empowering yourself to be who you are, despite what other people think of you. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I meant by that. Anyone else want to share?
Well, I changed my one because I had the same thing as sin. My success makes others feel inadequate. So I put my success inspires and lifts others and gives others permission to dream.
Woo! Perfect. Love it.
And I also said I'm only responsible for my own happiness and success.
Great. Love that. Yes. Brilliant.
I have a thing around also that I've been really well supported by my husband for many years.
Yep.
And that I can't earn my own money.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
So I've put, before I was married, I was a successful, well-paid career woman, and that time has come again.
Brilliant.
Because I keep forgetting that I actually used to earn more than my husband at one point.
Ah. I do love that.
Back in the beginning, I did.
Wow, that's great. Awesome. How about you other girls? Do you want to share?
I'm working on the second one.
Yeah.
I'm invisible for the rest of my life, and I give myself permission to be seen strong and capable, and I'm stuck with the last word.
Strong, capable, and powerful.
Is that the same as strong?
Well, I guess.
Strong,
Maybe
capable,
different.
and control.
And control.
Yeah.
I personally like the word powerful because I love that we're goddesses standing in our own power. So that's just my word. But the words have got to resonate with you. So if they don't resonate with you, it's not going to mean anything to you. That's awesome. Awesome, Moni. What about you, Kieran? Have you changed yours?
Yeah, I'm not as eloquent as all these other ladies. I'm keeping mine really simple. So do not deserve success. It's just quite simple. I am successful and proud of it.
Great. Great. Perfect.
For the dumb one, I said I am intelligent, smart, and open to learning, because we learn every day.
Fantastic. And how do you feel when you said that? Because you sounded a bit wavery.
Oh, it's bubbles of joy that come up in the solar plex area.
Great.
So I think I'm on with that one. The one that I'm stuck on is the not good enough one, because I think that ties into I am deserving of love, but it doesn't really equate to that not good enough feeling. So yeah, working on it.
Yeah. So you're saying that you don't feel like you're good enough?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. In the specific area or just in anything?
It's just in general. It's across the board.
Okay.
My assumption is that I picked that up because I was because of what happened to me when I was younger by my grandfather. So being a victim of abuse. So I think that's kind of affected how I look at the world.
Yeah.
Snap.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's throw some empowering words at Kieran around this.
Oh, I don't know if this helps, but my mother always had a really low self-esteem, and she was also quite a strong Christian. So one day I said to her, do you know that God created you and God created you perfect, and you are actually criticizing God's creation? And she kind of was a bit gobsmacked and didn't really, I think it kind of landed a bit. And I mean, that's me putting it in her terms, but I feel like that, like God created me, I wasn't created by my grandfather or my parents or whatever my horrible bosses. If I was created by God, I'm perfect already.
So I'm a creation of God and perfect as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said perfect in there as well, but I mean, yeah, absolutely. I think that's perfect.
Okay, I'll roll with. I can finesse it.
Yeah, yeah. Tweak it so that it's yours. Because what you'll want is, so if you've all got all your limiting beliefs there for the 3, if you've got all your new beliefs from your 3 limiting beliefs, we're going to work with those.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that you want them to be in, that they're going to stay with you, because you're going to be using these now and every day for the next couple of weeks.
I'm getting stuck. I need a word.
Yeah.
I'm on this too much for me. I can only manage so much. I'm changing it to the universe provides me with opportunities to expand my, is it horizons?
Self.
Yeah, myself. Yeah, myself or my success.
But self is all of it. It's your
Yeah.
horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect, Sam. Perfect. That's great, Moni. So you're totally tuning into that greater power that is available to you.
Yep.
I love that. Brilliant. So let me know when you have fine-tuned your new beliefs. These are going to be your best friends. You're going to love these all the time.
Come up with a good one for being old, Monica. Did you say you had the same belief?
No, I used to have the same belief when I was before I started on JP, and now I feel like I'm with doing Aikido still. I feel like I'm retaining some of my vigor.
Great. Excellent.
Okay.
Right, sing out when you're done, so I know.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out a positive statement, because one of mine is physical tiredness.
Yep.
That I'm too tired to do things.
Yep. So I have huge amounts of energy to do everything that I need. Something like that.
Yeah. An
To
abundance
do
of,
everything I want. That's a good one.
abundance of energy
Yep.
to do, maybe to do that which inspires me, or
Yep. So you know how to write it already, Maxine.
yeah.
I like research.
I like the abundance. I like the abundance of energy.
Oh,
Abundance is a great word. Right, so what we might do is, because we're on a Zoom and it's going to be a bit weird, we're not in a room with 8,000 people like I was, I'm not going to get you guys to shout out your new limiting beliefs because it's going to be too ears. That is incredibly intensely powerful, but what I will get you to do is as soon as we get off this call, I want you to, even if you have to shut the door, like if you're sharing a house with someone right now, you have to shut the door so that they can't hear you because you don't want to, you don't want to feel embarrassed, you just want to feel empowered. And I want you to shout out your new beliefs, and I want you to keep shouting them and keep shouting them and keep shouting until you feel good. Because the first time you say it will feel very foreign and very weird. In fact, the first few times you say it is going to be very foreign and very weird. It's going to make you feel like, oh my God, that's not me, that's not right. Because you're changing a belief that you've had for God knows how many years that you've carried it. So, but just keep shouting it and keep shouting it until you actually feel really good about it. So something that that Tony Robbins, that you'll know that he works on a lot, is around changing your state. Because not only is this changing a limiting belief for you, but this is also changing your state for you. So stand up straight, put your shoulders back, because when this part of your, what do they call this little bit here in your breast, the middle of your breastplate, when it's out and up, you actually feel more empowered. You feel better, you're breathing better, and you feel like you can do anything. And so when you're standing like this and you're shouting out your new belief, that just becomes you. And so you feel more and more empowered every time you do it. So do that. As soon as we get off this call, that's your homework. In fact, what you can do is you can video record yourself doing it and send it to me. I want to see it, girls. Do you know what?
I'm glad I live on 50 acres in the middle of nowhere.
You don't mind that your husband's going to hear you.
God.
So what I'm going to do the same thing, okay, with this new belief that I've got to change. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set up a little group with just us, and we're going to put our videos in there, okay?
Okay.
Good on you, Moni. Okay. So I'm going to just leave that behind for a minute, because there is something that I want to take you through. It's kind of like a little meditation. So let me know when you've finished writing, because we need to sort of move on a little bit. It's been a wee while, and I just want to go through this because this is really important and very empowering as well. In fact, what I might do is maybe I could do that. I might do that another day. Maybe we could make Wednesday at 11 a time for us, just for our leaders training, just to come together and do this. And I can bring some stuff like that every time. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I know we're running out of time now, and I don't want to keep you guys for much longer. So what I will do now is I'm just going to talk briefly about self-sabotage. So something that we do, something that we tend to do is, so when we get to a certain level of success, so we have what we call our upper limit. And there is a certain level of success that we will allow ourselves to get through. And this is really clear when you look back on your life and you look at, so what things have you achieved in your lifetime? And so you know that for you've set yourself a bar. You have like a psychologically set yourself a bar where you can achieve to a certain point. And because in this business, what we're actually doing is we are pushing ourselves so much further over that bar that it actually it creates like we've got these like upper limits where it makes us sabotage getting any more success than what we have achieved in the past. So what we've got to do is we've actually got to push past that upper limit so that we're creating more and more and more and more success than we have ever done in the past. Remember, your brain only has the capability of the memory from this life, from when you were born, from now, until from when you were born till now. It is not, and it does not know what is fantasy and what is reality. So if you've had, from your memories, you might have only got to a certain success level. You've never pushed yourself past that. So you've got to retrain your brain that this is how we're doing it from now on. So when you get, and what you find, what self-sabotage symptoms are things like you can create things in your environment. So you can create an accident, or you can create something will happen and it stops you from succeeding. Something that I found, I'll tell you a little bit about what happened for me. So before the end of last month, so you all know that I got SSC promoted. But what happened before that, yeah, thanks, Molly. What happened before that, so it was about mid-January, and I was like, I had these things that I had to do. So I had to get certain levels, I had to get the structure right, I had to get the right amount of volume in my team, right? So that meant that I had to push myself out of my comfort zone and really help a lot of my team achieve their goals, right? Achieve their promotions. I had to get more volume in my team, so it meant inspiring my team to get more customers and bring on more team and all that kind of thing. So what that did for me is I got to about mid-January and I was so depressed. I got so low. I felt so much anxiety, and I went right back to, I can't do this, I'm useless, I can't do this. Was completely in that zone. And I didn't know what the hell was wrong with me. And then suddenly things just stopped moving. They stopped. Nothing happened. No, there was no growth. There was nothing happening. And this was about 3 or 4 days. And I remember saying something in the leaders group about, feeling low and needing some help. Someone made a comment and I was like, yeah, I know how you feel. Katrina immediately contacted me and said, honey, are you okay? What's going on? So we had a conversation and she said, do you think it's an upper limit thing? And I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what that is. It was an upper limit thing. So I had got past my success tipping point. And I was like pushing myself to get even higher than what I'd ever done before. And so I was going into complete self-sabotage mode, and I was freaking out and creating this place, this lid for me to stop myself from creating that success. And that's what we do. We can do that through physical illness, so that you heard exactly what I was talking about before in the beginning when I said about how, I've got another UTI. It's a physical illness. It's like, and even me, so I've got to double everything that I did last month. And on a conscious level, I'm like, consciously I'm going, yeah, sweet as will be fine. There's no problem. Subconsciously, I'm freaking out. I'm like, that is so hard. That is so much hard work. How am I ever going to do that? That's because, and so what that's done is it's created an illness for me to go, oh, I can't do this. I'm too sick. I don't have the energy to do it. I have to focus on this. So it's distracting me from doing what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Now I'm getting sick and feeling unwell. And so I have to focus on that. So that's what self-sabotage does. So when you get sick, when something happens in your life, ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What success level do I want to get at? What is going on? What is the real message here? The real true message. Because there is always a reason for it. Especially you guys, you know what, we're on JP, we should not be getting sick. So when you're physically sick, there is something else going on. There is a self-sabotage going on. So ask yourself, what is it that's happening here? What do I need to change? What do I need to look at? And I will say again, I know I've said this to you guys before, The Big Leap, Gay Hendricks. Amazing, amazing, amazing book. If you like paperbacks, get the book. If you listen to Audible, it's on Audible. It's amazing. And so what I did when Kat mentioned to me about the upper limit, I'm like, oh my God, it probably is. So I stuck my earplugs in and I listened to him again and I rocked it. And that was just in the moment, changing that whole mindset around it, realizing it was just self-sabotage and I totally had this. And I stepped into manifestation, so I stepped into visualizing having it, and miracles bloody happened, one after the other. So that's what happens when you step out of that. So I'm not going to talk anymore because it's been an hour. Well, it's nearly been an hour. I'm going to leave it at that. But if you've got any questions around that.
Can you please post or send the link of what it was you listened to in that moment? I missed it and I'm happy to, I'd love to look it up.
Oh, you missed what, honey? You missed what I just said.
No, I just missed the name of the person that you listened to.
Oh, The Big Leap.
Was?
The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Yeah. Have you got Audible accounts in?
I'm sure I can find it.
Yeah. It's on Audible. I've got an Audible account. I think it's about $22 a month, and you get a free book every month. And then if you want to buy any more than that, they're only cheap. They're only like, they're cheaper than paperbacks. They're not much at all. So but I usually just get the free book once a month. I don't usually get any more than that. So there's a huge number of really good books in there if you want to. So, does anyone else, thinking about where, thinking about what I've just said about what happened with me, is there any time that you can think of where you've seen self-sabotage?
I know for me that when I'm invited out somewhere socially that I don't really want to go, suddenly my Parkinson's becomes really bad.
Ah, interesting.
I started using it as a clue.
Yes. Perfect self-sabotage. Perfect.
Yeah.
So then what you can do is you can say this. All right, and I'll find it. If we can just find it.
It's 12 o'clock.
Okay, so what would be really good for you in that when that happens, Moni, is finding something that finding an what do you call it? What's the word? Oh God, I've totally lost it.
Inspiration.
Yeah, some kind of inspiration. Like there's a word for it.
Mantra.
Yeah, or a mantra. Yes, a mantra. Finding a mantra that works for you to step you out of that. Sorry, go, Sin. I know you're the mantra queen here, so go for it.
You don't have to know what it means, but it calms you internally and puts you back in a...
Sorry, I can't quite hear you, Sin.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. You don't have to know what it means, but it helps you connect to your inner self and the universe and puts you back in alignment with yourself and your true self. On a very, very, very quick scale, it essentially means I believe in the law of cause and effect, which in the moment of anxiety and whatever, what you're saying to the universe is, I know right now that my anxiety is causing my limiting belief and that there's an effect from that. But while you're chanting, that will melt away, and it just gives you space to realign with that positivity and that truth in yourself.
Can you type it into the chat, Sin?
Yeah. I'll start a little chat group for the two of us, for all of us as well, and then we can.
Or even just pop it in the chat.
Yeah. Because I know for anyone that's watching the recording, they're not going to get it in the chat, but we can.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll pop it in the little chat group. Or Sin can do that. Thanks, Sam. So yeah, and then of course it's actually doing it, Moni. So it's sitting in the action, and the more you use the mantra, the easier it will be for you to do that.
Yeah. I've realised it's also an indicator that I don't actually really want to go to some things.
Just say no.
Yeah.
I'm practicing that.
It probably comes back to this, not needing permission thing. It's about something.
I think it's also,
maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's also not using my Parkinson's as an excuse.
Yeah, just don't. You don't need an excuse. You don't actually need to. You don't need other people's permission.
It would be really interesting, Moni, the more you step out of the more you change to your new belief, it will be really interesting to see if any of your symptoms actually disappear. Yes. You may find that will happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been really good over the last, getting really good at just saying I'm choosing not to do things. I'm trying to, I've worked a lot on getting rid of shoulds. If there's a should in there, you know that it's not right.
Yeah, someone else's expectation on you, definitely.
Yeah.
It is an obstacle I'm trying to overcome as well.
Is that the should obstacle?
Other people.
Change it.
Other people's shoulds.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so anything else before we shoot off, ladies?
Oh, thank you so much, Tanya.
You're welcome. Thanks to everyone. You've all contributed.
I'm just really interested in how much anxiety came up while I was doing all those positive affirmations. Like the old stuff doesn't want to. It's going, no, I don't want to. Don't get rid of me. So you're kind of killing something that's had quite a strong hold over you for a long time. So it's not going to be Well,
it will be easy. So that's something that you will change. It is easy.
Yeah.
Changing beliefs is actually really easy. So the next clue and key to really the work and making it work is shouting it out over and over again, which you're going to do, and pop your little videos in the chat. I'll do it too. Don't you worry. I'll be an idiot as well. You'll be able to see that. But then every time, so if you get those feelings again, if you feel those thoughts come into your head again over the next 2 or 3 weeks, because they say it takes about 3 weeks to change a habit, then say your new belief. State it very clearly, very powerfully. Tell your brain, that's not the way it is. This is the way it is now. And you'll find that after about 3 weeks, it will become a habit. It will be in your life, and your life will suddenly transform.
So do we have to shout it out every day?
Yeah, shout it, say it to yourself. Make a clear statement to yourself. This is the way it is now.
Yep.
So that your brain understands that that old belief is not happening anymore. That's gone.
Yep.
You should do it from your balcony, Moni. Your neighbour down below will be pretty well entertained.
They can't hear me down below, which is hilarious.
Hey, is that guy here?
You can figure it out.
It's hilarious.
Is that guy that you in front of you not there?
The way that the land's shaped, I can hear everything that happens down there, and they can't hear anything that happens up here.
No, that's a shame.
That's quite good. It means you can yell as much as you like.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to see the changes that you will make, and now the changes in your business. You'll just go from strength to strength. Miracles start happening when you change your beliefs like that. It did for me. It's the same for Kat. I've seen it so many times with people that come out of UPW. It changes their whole life. So I'm really excited for all of you. Thank you so much for being here too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for doing it.
Yeah, Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Sharing
You're welcome.
your
Awesome.
knowledge.
Oh, pleasure, Sam. So we'll do the same time next week, same batch out, and we'll work on. We'll do my second part that I was going to be doing today. That we've run out of time.
Next Wednesday at 11.
Yeah. Does that work?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Great. Let's see if we can get Orla and Roy and Tammy on as well.
What date is that? The
13th.
13th.
Yeah.
What are we called? Tribe.
What are we
Soul
called?
Tribe Leaders. Soul Tribe Leaders.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. We could. Let's. I guess we could call ourselves that. Soul Tribe Stars.
That sounds good.
Okay, that's
Soul Tribe Stars.
Star training. Star training.
Love it. Yep, your stars. Awesome. So I'll start that chat group then, and looking forward to seeing your videos. So, tell me something. Are you all feeling really anxious about that as much as I am? Be honest.
It's more the mechanics of how I'm going to do it, but that's right.
The mechanics. Oh, now Josh was calling me. Can you hear that?
I love it.
Is that Josh?
It's my oldest son's ringtone, yeah. He's my little Scottish boy. So, anyway, I better ring him back. So, I'll look forward to seeing your lovely faces on the video soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.